at least, I don't know, it's at least, you know, I'm on the list and I put my name in October. So anyway, yeah, that's how long, and I haven't heard yet, but anyway, all I'm saying is that she really, you know, embraces that and practices what she teaches. But the thing I wanted to talk about today is this book called Your Invisible Power, and it's the one that we're going to be using with the Prosperity Plus program. It's written by a gal named Genevieve Behrend, and she was a student of Thomas Troward. Not only a student, she actually embraced his teaching so much, and I'm going to tell you a story about her, that she wanted to manifest, and here's what her dream and her desire was. And so I'm thinking as I'm reading this going, well, I want a certain thing, and I want to do that. But let me tell you her story. So she's practicing, and as many of you know or don't know, Thomas Troward was Ernest Holmes' hero, and Ernest Holmes loved Thomas Troward. So he took a lot of his thoughts and his processes, and he took it and really rewrote a lot of what he believed from Thomas Troward. And so this gal, Genevieve, said, you know what I desire? And she's reading all of Thomas Troward's books, and she says, I really want to manifest $20,000. And I think this was probably when he was alive. Gosh, that must have been 30s or 40s. So that was a lot of money then, right? What's 20,000 then? That was probably like a couple $100,000, whatever. Here's what her goal was and her desire. She said, I want to go study with Thomas Troward in England. And I want to go and be with him, and I want him to mentor me. And I want to be a private student, not just with like 20 people. She wanted to have that happen and be the student. And so somebody had wrote her, and they had, on her behalf, you know, to Thomas Troward. And I didn't read the whole story, but what ended up happening is that she ended up focusing on her $20,000. And she kept focusing on it and focusing on it. And she said she kept feeling like, okay, I'm counting up. There's this old practitioner video that we're watching, and she says you have to go out in your backyard and harvest those dollar bills, and then you're going to go and count them into your bathtub because you have so many. And so this woman did the similar, right? I love that. Remember that word? And so I thought, I like that. That's really a visual. I can feel that. So what this woman did, she says, well, 20,000, I need $20,000. So I'm going to mentally count every night and every morning my $20,000. And I'm going to feel it. What does that feel like? Oh, I have that $20,000. Oh, I'm going to go to England. Oh, wow, I can't wait until I meet Thomas Troward. Oh, this is going to be amazing. And she kept doing that, kept doing that. So one day she's walking along, I don't know, doing her errands in the city. And what ended up happening, she had this feeling tone come over her that I actually do have that $20,000. Wow, this is amazing. So she went home that night and she actually felt it. And then she felt that, and she felt that it was coming to her. And she said, oh my gosh, this is it, this is it, this is so fabulous. And so as she continued to count her money, and this is over a period of 6 weeks, that's all. So we think that we have to do things for months and months and months and months, but we don't. So over a period of 6 weeks, she keeps doing this. What ended up happening is that she was guided to the resources in order for her to get the $20,000. But one distinction he made, and I really like this, I don't know if I'd say excitement, but what she said was that Thomas Troward always talks about visualize your goal, focus on your goal, but don't get too excited. And I don't think he meant excited in the way we think. I think he meant don't get too emotional so that you pull yourself out of that vision. It's where he says you have to be just calm and peaceful and in that state of receptivity, not going, oh God, I can't wait till it happens, oh my gosh, not like that. In a place of receptivity and peace in order for that to come to you where you're not going crazy with your mind and you're not doing that in such a way that you're not going to have it come to you. Does that make sense? Yes. So I thought, there's a goal, I had, and I looked at the upsets, over my life, but I want to use this movie as an illustration. Oh, I'm not going to say that. I was not pleased with this movie. I'll say it like that. So it's Inside Llewyn Davis, and some of you may have loved it. I did not love it. Being a coach and being a practitioner, it was like a practitioner session gone bad. I mean, every single thing that you would have said, so Llewyn, what do you think would be a good choice now? And he's screaming and yelling. Okay, you know that old joke where, and here's how I equate it. There's that old joke where the guy says, God, you didn't save me. And God says, I sent you a life preserver, I sent you the raft, and I sent you the helicopter. What more do you want? But you didn't show me you. And so here's this guy, he's doing the same thing. So I actually wrote this down. Because I'm driving up, and Bev says, don't do that when you drive. I said, I can't help it. So what ends up happening, he has all these beautiful, and I'm going to equate this world that he lives in is that he's surrounded by the divine, right? And God loves us just like us. And here's Llewyn, and we've all done this, we've made mistakes, and we've done, things that exactly haven't been fun, right? And I know I have. Woo! I got a doozy. Anyway, so Llewyn Davis, what's he ends up doing? The first thing he ends up doing, he has this really great friend, and he's a super songwriter. And so he gets a phone call, and he's hurting for money. He's always hurting for money, and he's so angry because his partner died. And because his partner died, he hasn't handled his grief, he hasn't handled his anger. And so he is one angry guy. And some of the scenes in there, you're like, oh, you're just cringing the way he's acting out. He needs some counseling, bad. Anyway, so he goes to this gig, and he forgets his guitar. Okay? So God says, oh, that's okay. The guy that was writing the song, oh, that's okay, Llewyn, I have an extra guitar. And so he has the guitar, and they do this gig. Now he's so not in the moment of feeling his intuition that he says, I need to get paid for this gig right now. And the producer says, you know what? This is probably going to be a #1 hit. You're going to get a lot of residuals off of this. I don't care. I want my money now. And the guy says, you're going to get a lot of residuals off of this. And then the life raft, right? You're going to get a lot of residuals off of this. And he said it like 5 times. I'm going, why is he saying that so many times? And I thought, oh, I got it. And then he says, no, I don't care. And so the guy says, okay, you're going to have to sign this form, and I'll give you the cash, but you will get no residuals. So later on in the movie, guess what happens? The song goes to #1, and he would have gotten all these residuals, and he would have had exactly what he desired, but he wasn't willing to get out of his excitement, as Thomas Troward would say, and be in the present moment to listen to his intuition. So then there's another one, and I thought, this is actually good. That good I saw that movie. He had a box of